Hello, good morning everyone. So very warm welcome to babycode free IELTS classes. I am Tanu Brahmani here, an IDP certified trainer plus a TEFL to Solve certified trainer too. So I'm back with my live session number 7, and the topic of our session is strategies for matching heading and matching information questions. So far, we have covered multiple choice questions, true, false, not given questions, yes, no, not given questions. I have provided you tips for all three topics. You can go back, watch all those sessions, and it will be helpful for you so that whenever you are trying to attempt any of these type of questions, please apply the same strategy and save your time as well. Now, today I'm going to talk about matching type questions, the two types of questions which are matching headings and matching information questions. Moving forward, how you can practice is that you can download our academic latest test and the general test as well. You can have one test every day, but if you want unlimited tests, you can buy the membership. You can download the test from the PDF format, take out a printout, and do practice on a daily basis. Okay, now let's come towards the strategies, how you can strategize these type of questions easily, what you need to know, the important tips, and how you will be finding out your answers quickly. Now, what is matching heading question? Matching heading question, the name itself says that you have to match the heading. Now, this type of question requires you to match the heading in the question to the correct paragraphs of the reading section. Now, what you have is you will be having list of headings and you will have the labeled paragraphs here. Paras can be labeled as para A, para B, or para C, or it can be a situation when you have labeled paragraphs with Roman numbers. What you are supposed to do is you have to match the headings, the list of headings in your question to their respective paragraphs. Now, suppose if paras are labeled with alphabets A, B, C, D, what is the suitable heading for the para A? What is the suitable heading for para B? So you have to choose from those headings for their respective paragraphs. There will always be more headings than paragraphs or or some sections, I would say. It can be a situation that some headings will not be used. Now, suppose if you have paras from A to E, you have 5 paras, but you have headings as 8. So there are situations when 3 headings will not be used. So don't get confused, right? It is also possible that some of the text may not be included in the task. This type of question is used with text that contains paragraph and that have clearly defined themes. Now, what heading is, how you will be finding the heading is when you read that paragraph and you come to a central idea. What is the main idea of that paragraph? It basically tests your ability that are you able to recognize the main idea from that particular single paragraph or not, and are you able to identify the supporting ideas or not. Sometimes you have to eliminate the extra information and you have to focus on the main idea of the paragraph. Now, these questions can be tricky also due to some reasons. First one is it takes a little more time than other questions to complete. Yes, these questions are very time taken and you have to be very careful when you attempt these type of questions. There are more headings than the paragraphs, so this can be tricky again. You get jumbled between which one to select for. Some paragraphs, they don't need headings. Some are without headings, I would say. There are some similarities between headings also. So again, you can get trapped. Headings that only include basic details rather than the main idea may mislead you as well. Some headings have the same words that are in the paragraph, but they don't match. So there are some situations where you can get tricked by the examiner. Now, how do you approach this type of question? So you should choose the strategy that suits you the best. I'm going to outline two strategies here to help you match headings more successfully. So, first strategy is read the question first, and the second strategy would be read the text first. I'm going to explain both the strategies for you. How to apply the strategy number one. Strategy number one says read the question first. Now, how you have to apply that? First, read each heading. Try to completely understand the meaning of each heading by reading them all thoroughly. Understand the main idea of heading can be made easier by paraphrasing. Once you start reading the heading, make sure you understand the meaning, the main idea also. Circle keywords within the headings, right? You can underline or circle keywords in each heading, such as it can be the names, the places, the dates, the nouns, once you have read them fully. Connecting with the correct heading to the appropriate paragraph may become easier with this step because you have already done with your circling part of the important keywords. Third one, any similarities or differences between the headings should be noted. Now, in this type of question, headings are often very similar or they are like completely opposite. Similarities or differences will become clear among the headings. Once you have picked out keywords, this will make choosing an option clear for you, right? Fourth point, read the first and last sentence of the paragraph. First and last sentence of the paragraph often contains the main idea. It is good to practice these sentences carefully as it will save your time. It is also important that you skim other sentences quickly within the paragraph because the main idea might not be apparent but until the second or the third sentence. So it's always suggestible that you should read the first and last sentence of the paragraph to get a main idea. You can practice to read those sentences very carefully. It saves your time as well. Next, the heading is the most suitable for the paragraph should be chosen. Once you start selecting the circling the keywords, you're done with the reading of first and last sentence, choose the heading that most closely matches the paragraph once you have read through them again. Make a note if you are unsure of the difference between multiple headings, move on. You may be able to cross some heading options out and answer may become clear once you have read all the paragraphs. Remember, a heading is the main idea of the paragraph, not a specific detail. So the same detail in the paragraph, such as matching a keyword, may be in the heading, but may not be the main idea. This can be confusing to the test taker. Do not look for only a specific detail or a keyword. Look at the main idea of the paragraph by reading all the questions at the very first step, right? So apply this strategy, read the question first. Let's talk about second strategy, which is read the text first. Now, some students, some test taker, they prefer to skim through the text, reading each paragraph quickly so that they get the general gist, the general idea of what the text is about and what the main idea of each paragraph is. However, you should be very careful with the timing because if you read your text first, it takes you a lot of time, right? So you have to be very careful with the timing. Remember, you have only 20 minutes each section to complete that. So you don't want to spend the full 20 minutes on one question type. You cannot devote the complete 20 minutes on one matching heading type question. So once you read the text first, read one paragraph at a time. Again, spend more time on first and last sentence of the paragraph. Try to identify the main idea. Create your own heading. As soon as you have done with the skimming part, you have gone through the para, think of your own heading or a short statement that summarize what you have already read in this paragraph. Your heading should encompass the main idea and not just the specific detail. You're not looking for a detail here, you're looking for the main idea. Read each individual heading. Now, for a complete understanding of the meaning, read the headings thoroughly. This time, try to choose that is closely related to the heading that you made up for the same paragraph. Again, a note of multiple options that may fit to the paragraph, and then you can move on. As you read more paragraphs, you may be able to eliminate the options also. Mark keywords that note the similarities and the differences, as this will help you in eliminating headings with a similar meaning. So read each individual heading. Now, what are the advanced techniques and tips? Look at the techniques and tips. First one says read the headings and skim a paragraph quickly. Make a decision quickly. Expand the heading into a sentence. This might make the meaning clear, right? When you find the general theme, when you find the general theme or focus of the paragraph, stop skimming and match quickly. Once you have matched the headings, read them in order and see if the sequence makes sense or not. When you check, avoid looking at the detail. It can change your mind. Predict a possible sequence of headings before you look at the text. If a paragraph is difficult, use various skimming techniques, focus on the text development, always look for change of direction in a text. So suppose if your text is going on to the different direction, make sure you read it again and look at the headings also. Skim each paragraph in turn, decide very quickly what is about, make your own heading in a couple of words, and then look at the list of headings and then match. So you can apply either read the text first or read the question first. When you are reading the question first, make sure you read all the headings clearly and then go to the paragraph one by one. If you are reading the text first, read the passage like you're going for a multiple paras here. So read the para A, look at all the headings, then read the para B, look at all the headings, and this will help you in finding your answer and this saves your time as well. You can also decide once you start reading your para, you can decide on a sentence, make a sentence, or make your own heading and then look at the possible list of headings given in the question. And then decide your answer. Make a decision quickly because you don't have much time. So you can see the screen. There are list of headings for section A to C from the headings below. You can write the correct number. Section B, section C also. You can apply any of the strategies to find out the answers for these sections. Once done with the reading, try to find out with any of your strategies You can apply the strategy 1 or strategy number 2, and the answers are here on my screen. You can see the explanation also. You can check your answers afterwards, applying to the strategies which you are comfortable with. Moving forward, let's talk about the second type of question, the second matching type questions, which is matching information question. So what is matching information question? Matching information questions are like you have to match the information to the respective paragraph. You will be having a list of statements, a list of information, and you have to match that these information belongs to which paragraph. So what you are supposed to do here is you are asked to match statement to paragraph in the reading passage, right? These statements could be like reasons also, there could be descriptions, there could be summaries also, definitions, facts, or explanation also. You are not expected to have any kind of a specialist knowledge in the reading test, but it basically checks your reading skill. You do not need to understand what the whole para is about. Just find the specific information in the paragraph and match it with to the one of the statement. Because what you are supposed to do here is you are supposed to match information to the paragraph. You are not here to understand the whole paragraph. You are not looking for main idea here. You are just looking for your required information. The answer will normally be contained in any, I would say, the whole phrase or sentence, or rather than a single word. So it will be easier for you to find out the answer here, right? Because the answer is actually there in a phrase or in a sentence, right? Now, what are the reading skills which are required for matching information question? First one is you will you will first have to be able to skim the reading text to get the general meaning of each paragraph, right? What you need to supposed to do here is that you should understand the skimming here. How you are applying your skimming technique is very important here, because skimming will help you give an idea that how you need to find for the specific information. You will also have to scan for specific words within the paragraph. You need to do your scanning also, because it is more likely that you will look for synonyms. So now what are synonyms? Synonyms are the different words that mean or nearly the same, and rephrases rather than the keywords from the question statement. When you have found the words or phrases, you might think you give the correct answer. You have to read it very carefully in order to fully understand the meaning, to be able to decide if it is really the correct answer or not, right? So make sure when you start scanning your paragraph, you start scan for specific keywords, the required keywords, or I would say the highlighted keywords. Read it very carefully. Look for the synonym, because you may get the paraphrase statements here. Now, what are the common problems that you face in this type of question? The biggest problem is that you need to look at the whole text. The answers could be anywhere in the text and they do not come in order. So it usually takes a lot of time. Answers might not be the main idea of each paragraph. Normally, paras contain one main idea. Reading the first and last lines of the paragraph can help you understand this. With these questions, the answer could be in any part of the paragraph, and you cannot therefore just quickly skim to find it. There is lots of irrelevant information also that you need not to consider. The strategy below will help you ignore much of this irrelevant information. Now, finally, not all paragraphs contain an answer. Some paragraphs contain more than one answer. So, what you need to do is you have to find out that which paragraphs contain your specific information, which paragraph is having your required information. What are the tips and strategies for these type of questions? First one is do this question in the last. If you do other question first, you will become familiar with the passage, and this will help you to identify the correct information more quickly and more easily. Try to find name, place, numbers in the question. These are often easier for you to find. Third tip which you can apply is be aware that there may be synonyms. For example, you might see 34% in the question, but it might say just over a third or about a third in the text. So when you are looking for any specific detail, look for synonyms also, or look for a paraphrase phrase also, right? It can be rephrased also. What strategy you need to apply? Now, this is my preferable strategy. I would say there are many different strategies that you should use and you are comfortable with. Always adapt that strategy which suits you. First is read the instructions very carefully. Read the question first. Think about synonyms, how you could paraphrase those statements. This will help you identify your own words. Can help do this. Like in the previous exercise, when I was doing this true, false, not given. So, yes, no, not given. So, once what you can do is you always think about different synonyms to predict. Quickly skim the reading text to try to understand the general meaning of the text. Read the question statement again and predict which para contains the answer. Scan the text paragraph you think you might contain answer for synonyms. If you find a possible answer, you can underline it. Check back with the question and mark the answer if correct. If not, then you can move on to the other paragraph. So here the answers can be in any paragraph. You have to do your skimming, you have to do your scanning also very quickly. Here are the answers. Oh, sorry, here is the exercise on my screen. I want you to read the questions first and then start reading your paragraph. It can be anywhere, so scan it very quickly. So you have to check that question says solar cells. So information to match are 3: vitamin D, sunlight. Information says bone strength, used in cars and computer, cures depression. So you have to look for your information. So look at the first question, solar cells. So once reading the paragraph, I came across that humans can turn sunlight into electricity with solar cells. Solar cell collects the power of sun and stores it. Then this power can be used to run anything that uses electricity, cars, computers, or home, right? So what you can see as an option is that solar cells can be used to run anything that uses electricity. It can be cars, it can be computer. So the answer is B. Solar cell collects the power of the sun and store it, and it can be used anything that use electricity. So it is used in cars and computer. Second is vitamin D. So look for the vitamin D. Do not predict your answer, always rely on the text. Sun helps our body produce vitamin D. People need vitamin D to have strong bones. It is in the middle of the paragraph. So vitamin D is used for like bone strength. Making our bones strong means the strength of the bones, right? So first one. Third one is sunlight. Read in the end of the paragraphs. People with seasonal affective disorder do not have energy and feel sad. They are treating by sitting near a special light, but nothing as good as being in a real sunlight. Sunlight can help prevent depression and keep people happy. When the sun is shining, people have more hope about the future. So when you have sunlight, you can cure the depression. You prevent depression means you can cure depression and you can keep the people happy. So I hope it was helpful for you. You can check your answers also, how to find out the answer. I hope it was an helpful session for you. Now, whenever you start attempting your matching heading and matching information, please apply these strategies. Look for the synonyms, look for the rephrase statements always, and then find out your answer. At the end, if you like our application and our free live sessions, please share our application with others also. Tell them to download and have the benefit of these live sessions also, multiple mock tests also. You can join our free education campaign where we are teaching everybody free so that everybody can learn. Do comment on the comment section, start following us on the YouTube channel, and share your valuable feedback in the comment section and do the star rating with us. Here is the star rating when you go to the live sessions in our application. Let us improve. And if you want me to cover any particular session, drop your comment. I'll be coming up with that session, coming up with more ideas. How can I help you? Right? And how can I help you to ace IELTS in the very first attempt? Thank you so much for watching a live session number 7. Those who are new to our channel, please go back, watch all the sessions, session number 1 to 6 for the reading module. Thank you so much. Bye bye, guys. See you in the next session.